Hello everyone, my name is Sean Arnold and welcome to another episode of Online Ranked Duels for Yu-Gi-Oh! Legacy of the Duelist. Today I'm going to be using my Toon deck again that I built on Sunday as requested by Martin Rules Dude. This is the hardest deck I have ever had to work on. I don't know why I'm being so stubborn with it. Toons are not a great archetype in this game. They have a lot of problems, but there are times when I start a deck and I just feel like there is going to be a way. There's got to be a way to just make it kind of semi-work, at least functional. And I've been testing this deck so much over the last 24 to 48 hours that I'm starting to think I'm starting to get a hang of it and starting to get used to it. But let me show you off my progress so far. It's definitely nowhere near complete, but I hope to continue working on it in the future. And yeah, but let me show you how it's going so far. So it is my first turn of the duel here. I am just playing. I've just played Dark Hole and destroyed my opponent's Eclipse Wyvern. Dragon Necks scare me. Dragon Necks really scare me. I never really know what they're doing. They do so much milling to the graveyard, which makes no sense to me whatsoever. Why do dragons have the ability to manipulate and control monsters from their graveyard? I don't know. They're not zombies. It doesn't really make sense to me, but it's what they can do. And because of that, they're really good at swarming and getting lots of big monsters out. But I wanted to clear my opponent's field as much as possible because I want to start setting up my field without many interferences. And so what I'm going to do is set one copy of Scapegoat down on the field and then summon Toon Gemini Elf. She's mostly going to be there as a wall. She's got a good strong attack. 1900 isn't terrible, isn't amazing, but it's enough for me just to keep her on the field, and hopefully she will survive another turn until she can start actually attacking my opponent. So it's now my opponent's second turn here on turn 3, and they've decided to not do anything here. Maybe they don't have the cards they need, so I've got a nice open field for Toon Gemini Elf to go ahead and attack. And I'm going to do that at this point because if I lose Toon Gemini Elf, I'm not too worried if their trap cards can destroy her or remove her from the field. But fortunately, none of that happened, and Toon Gemini Elf is going to be able to successfully land an attack. And when Toon Gemini Elf lands an attack and deals battle damage to my opponent, she is able to discard a card from my opponent's hand. A really cool effect, and I really think I hit the jackpot here and got kind of lucky by hitting, is it Light Pulsar Dragon? That is a card which my opponent needs one light and one dark monster or one dark dragon type in the graveyard, and that's kind of what starts off the dragon deck by allowing them to banish those monsters, banish Eclipse Wyvern, get Red Eyes Dark Metal Dragon back to their hand, and so on and so forth. Back to Io Miller's first turn here. I've never played against Io Miller before, but they seem to know what they're doing. Back to their turn here now. They are playing Dragon Shrine, another card which I don't understand why dragons need to have, but they have it anyway. This card is a weird one. You get to send one dragon type monster from your deck to your graveyard, and if it is a normal type dragon monster, you get to send another one from your deck to your graveyard. A really great way to mill and then set up plays like using Dragon Mirror as Io Miller is doing right now. By using one Gemini monster and one normal monster, Io Miller is going to be able to bring out First of the Dragons, and First of the Dragons is a monster which requires 2 normal monsters to be fusion summoned, and it can't be destroyed by battle except by another normal monster, and is unaffected by any monster's card effects. So set up that play there. Got a really strong dragon now, a little bit difficult to destroy, and yeah, that could be a problem for me. Let's see what they do though. So Io Miller is going to go ahead and attack. I'm going to assume he or she is going to attack my Toon Gemini Elf, and that's going to go through, and poor Toon Gemini Elf is going to get destroyed. But she's done her job. She's got an attack. She created some advantage for me, so it's okay at this point. Fortunately, I still have Scapegoat face down on the field, and I'm going to play that now because if I use Scapegoat on a turn, I can't summon any other monsters, and I don't want that restriction put onto me for the next turn possibly. But we will see. Now, once Scapegoat has been sent to the graveyard, it's now going to be my turn here, and I've got to really make a decision here. I've now got the 2 best Toon monsters in the game in my hand. They're not amazing, but Toon Dark Magician Girl is the best Toon monster in my opinion, followed by Toon Mermaid, and this deck is kind of built around those 2. But I'm not going to do anything for this turn. One, because I don't want to start spending my resources and then end up losing them and have no way to come back against my opponent, because TOONS don't have a lot of recovery as it is, and they can be difficult to manage. So when I make my next play, I really want to make sure I have enough resources to keep myself going and not lose momentum. But yeah, no, it took me a little while to realise that Toon Dark Magician Girl and Toon Mermaid were the best monsters available to TOONS. And I'm not really going to do anything for this turn here, I don't think. I think I'm going to just contemplate for a bit, but I think if I remember correctly, I'm just going to actually end this turn here and pass it back to my opponent. Let me talk about Toon Dark Magician Girl and Toon Mermaid. What makes Toon Dark Magician Girl the best Toon monster is actually, except for Toon Alligator, who's a vanilla monster that doesn't really do anything and has weak stats, Toon Dark Magician Girl is the only Toon card that that doesn't suffer from summon sickness. I don't know whether the creators of the card just forgot to put it on her, but she's the only Toon card who can attack the same turn she is summoned. That makes her a lot better than the other Toon monsters that are available to me. Also, because to bring out Toon Dark Magician Girl, you have to tribute a monster, but she's still a special summon. I could use anything really to bring her out, which is why I'm running Scapegoat. The idea is that I can use a token to bring her out for relatively free, and therefore I have a 2000 attacking monster that can attack my opponent directly. She still does need Toon World out to play, and that kind of is a downside, but it is what it is, and I'm sure I'm going to be able to use her in the next turn or so. As for Toon Mermaid is really good, but only because she's a free special summon. She's a level 4 monster which I can just summon for free. No problems there. As long as I have Toon World out, I can summon her for free. And I'm not going to be able to do it in this duel here. But what I'm really hoping is to abuse Toon Mermaid as a level 4 summon and maybe use her for rank 4 summons. What I really would like to try and maybe work out is a way to be able to spam Toon Mermaid, say play Toon World, special summon 2 copies of Toon Mermaid, XE summon with them, or use them in some way or form, and then recycle them from the graveyard with a card like Salvage or something like that. But back to my opponent here. My opponent managed to use Rank Up Magic. I forgot the name of the hot card completely, but whatever it was, it allowed them to bring out this level 9, this rank 9 number card. I actually have never really seen this card before, and but I know it does something really dirty. It lets my opponent send 3 dragons from their deck to their graveyard, and however many dragons they sent to their graveyard, I have to remove that many monsters from my deck. That really sucks. I'm only running 10 monsters, dude. Why are you going to get rid of all my monsters like that? So I have to make a choice here, and the ones which I'm going to get rid of from my deck are Toon Gemini Elf, and if I remember correctly, I'm probably going to get rid of the Toon Goblin Attack Forces, both copies of those, because Toon Mermaid and Toon Dark Magician Girl are the most important monsters for my deck, and I have no way of recovering any monsters from my banished power, so kind of sucks. But and also I think my opponent also used an effect which allows them to attack this turn without, and I'm not able to respond with any effects, but yeah, whatever. Anyway, my opponent now plays Dragon's Rebirth. They're going to be able to target one dragon type monster that they control. They're going to banish that target, and I think that allows them to special summon one dragon type monster from their hand or graveyard. And so now they bring back Heretic Dragon of something. It's a 1500 attacking monster, and when it's tributed, you can special summon another monster from your hand, deck, or graveyard. It's one of the heretic monsters that make swarming really good for dragons. But they're not able to use that this turn, so... Oh, it's 1800 attack, my bad. But now they've destroyed 2 of my tokens, and now it's back over to me. I'm assuming they're going to end the turn now. Yeah, there we go. Okay, now I really have to make something happen here. Fortunately, I have a decent hand. I've got 7 cards in my hand, and I feel more comfortable with making a play. So first of all, I'm going to play Raigeki. Raigeki is going to destroy my opponent's monsters and clear the field for me. Then I'm going to probably bring out Toon Dark Magician Girl. So first I need to play Toon World and pay 1000 life points to play it. Toon World is such a useless card. I hate using Toon World, but it's what I need to bring out these monsters, so whatever. Now I'm going to give up my token, and that will let me bring out Toon Dark Magician Girl. Toon Dark Magician Girl again is the best Toon monster, but she isn't incredibly strong. But now I'm going to be able to attack my opponent, and if this goes through, I should be able to do 2000 damage to them, which it did. At this point here, I'm not going to overplay. I'm not going to play Toon Mermaid. I'm going to try and save her for a bit. But I'm going to put down 2 cards. I'm going to put down 1 copy of Scapegoat in case I need to start defending again. Or I get another Toon Dark Magician Girl that needs to be special summoned. And I have Forbidden Chalice also face down if I need to negate any effects or increase a monster's attack. So back over to my opponent. My opponent now plays Yugioh Scepter Dragon. And Yugioh Scepter Dragon has a weird effect. I've never actually seen this card before. And that is if it is my opponent, or Yugioh Spear Dragon, sorry. If it is my opponent's only monster and I have less than 4 cards in my hand, I can't declare any attacks. That's really random, but hey, it is what it is. So that card's going to stop me from attacking my opponent. I really don't want it to happen. As long as I have my Toon cards out, I really need to make the most of their attacks, because who knows when I'm going to get the chance with the way they work. So draw Knight into Call of the Haunted. Back to my turn. I need to stop this stop this monster from doing what it's doing. I need to find a way to get around it. I have only 2 options. I could do Dark Hole here and destroy all monsters in the field, but I don't think I'm going to do that. What I think I am going to do, and I'm just considering right now whether to special summon Toon Mermaid. What I'm going to do is I'm going to play Forbidden Chalice, and I'm going to target my opponent's monster. By playing Forbidden Chalice on my opponent's monster, it gets 400 extra attack, but it also negates its effect, and therefore I'm going to be able to attack this turn. I'm not going to attack directly, even though I have the option to. I'm actually going to attack my opponent's dragon and get that off the field, so it's going to stop causing a problem for me. And now I've got a nice comfortable lead in terms of life points here, but I still can't rest too easily. 1 MST to my Toon World will destroy Toon World and destroy my Toon Dark Magician Girl, and that could really be a problem for me. So I'll put that Call of the Haunted in case I need it to bring back a monster, but we will see, and hopefully I don't have to use it. So over to my opponent's next turn now. Let's see what they're going to do. Do they have any kind of monsters? Maybe they can do some crazy combo and bring some dragons back out. We'll see. They're doing a bit of thinking here. So while I am in this thinking, let me just talk a bit about the Toons a bit more. Toons, I'm really enjoying playing the Toon deck here. Again, I really think it has the potential to work. I've tried so many different things here. My opponent is playing Magical Stone Excavation. Magical Stone Excavation requires you to discard 2 cards from your hand, but then you get to add 1 spell card from your graveyard to your hand. It's a very costly card. You're losing 3 cards to get back 1, but if that 1 card is the 1 card you really need, then it can be super useful. So my opponent is now going to play Dragon Shrine again, and they're going to send maybe 2 dragon type monsters from their deck to their graveyard, and who knows what that will lead to, but we will soon find out. So yeah, I'm really enjoying the Toon deck. I want to work on it more. They only sent 1 monster to the graveyard. I really want to try and push this as much as I can and see what I can do to make this work. I'm definitely going to try it out, although I might have to stop practicing with the Toon deck for a little while, because I also have a Guardian deck to work on, and I've got a few other requests from people that I want to try and fulfill in the near future. So I kind of missed this. I was just talking about something else. But I summoned Toon Gemini Elf in my opponent's end phase. From experience, I found that is the best time to try and summon your Toon monsters. Try and summon it in your opponent's turn, because after they've done all their effects and attacks, because that way your monsters are safe and they're not going to suffer from summon sickness for the remaining turn. And thankfully, with 2 more attacks, I managed to beat my opponent there. Toons, really difficult, really hard to work with. Not an easy deck at all, but really fun, and I'm really enjoying my time trying to mess with Toons. I'm going to work on it a bit more. You can see my deck list now, and you see I made quite a lot of changes to it, but it still needs to be tested out a lot more. And if anyone has any suggestions on how to improve it, please do say, and I would love to try and make this deck work more. But hey, that's going to bring me to the end of my video here, so thank you for watching and supporting as always. Much love, take care, and goodbye.